Hey, I'm Melissa Robinson, Communications Director with Henry County Government, and this is Henry Talks. And I don't know what Thomas White is doing, but let's try to figure. Thomas, what's up?
Do we start?
We started. We're on.
I apologize, Henry County.
What were you listening to?
Beethoven's Ninth. It really gets me headbanging.
It looks like a It looked like a headbanging episode.
It really gets me headbanging. Beethoven's Ninth. Chopin's Nocturnes earlier. That really
Classical
preps me.
music really gets you going, huh?
It really does. Some people just overestimate how that flute playing gets you going. It's
Okay.
something you can really bang to.
Thomas, do you play an instrument?
So I was trained in classical piano.
Lies.
Nope, that is true.
Okay,
that is
go
true. I was trained in classical piano, and then remember that one year I played sports.
Yes, I do remember that one year.
I broke several fingers on this hand, and I haven't played since.
You had so many horrible accidents doing normal kid stuff.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm clumsy.
A little bit, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm clumsy. So,
But your brain makes up for all of that lack of coordination. I guess.
My wife would not agree, but yes, yes. Thank you.
Well, this has been a great stroll down memory lane with you, Thomas. But let's introduce who we have here with us today.
Go ahead.
Lynn Planchon.
The Lynn.
The Lynn Planchon. Lynn,
Great Lynn Planchon.
She's pretty
The
spectacular.
wonderful
She's pretty
Lynn,
good.
Lynn Planchon.
I need to keep Thomas around. Yes, this is very nice.
It's what I do.
Confidence builder.
That's the value I bring to the table. It's pretty
It's
much
a
it.
huge value.
It
Thank
is.
you.
He's a good ego builder. He's very positive.
Thank
So
you.
Lynn, all right. So.
That's the great Melissa Robinson talking.
Oh goodness gracious. Okay.
The
so
wonderful Melissa Robinson
Wow, that's
talking.
a lot going on there. So, Lynn, tell us your title, because you wear a lot of hats. What's your title?
So my title is Capital Projects Director. That is one of my duties. So I also manage the Atlanta Speedway Airport and just do whatever, all other duties as assigned.
Okay, well, like all of us.
Yeah. Sure.
So you do a lot. We can't cover everything. I think we'll have to do the airport a separate show.
Absolutely.
But I definitely want to talk about capital projects and like what's going on, because there's so much going on in Henry County. We have had so many projects. I mean, we're all busy. You see how that is, Parks and Rec especially. So can you kind of give us some of the year's highlights on capital projects?
So we have completed the Mickey D. Cochran Park.
Beautiful.
Beautiful park.
Oh my gosh.
It was in need of attention, and we did a complete demolition of the park except for the ball field, the football field, and completely rebuilt new concession, restroom. There's a scoring tower. There's beautiful walking paths. That
100%.
extend into, we had a parcel of property right next to the park that we were able to extend the walking paths. It's all lit.
Sure.
All new sports field lighting, all new irrigation on the
Very
sports
safe
field.
out there because of that. It's great.
It's beautiful.
State-of-the-art, really
it is. It is. Really proud of that project.
You should be. And Thomas, you were
100%.
actually in on that project at the
I
very
was
beginning.
on the ground floor of that project.
Yes.
I'm really, really proud of the work that everybody did all together. The group of young people that helped us with the designing of the park and being involved in it. For high school students to have that experience.
They were so passionate and they were so involved. And I think looking at that park today, you would have never, what it was previously, you would never even see the vision. I couldn't see it, but once it was there, it's just so beautiful. So it's perfect.
I did not expect to be able to expand the walking trail as much as you did. That was a wonderful, wonderful job adding that extra parcel.
Yeah.
So that was great.
So because you were there from this beginning, if this was like the start of a country, you'd be a founding father.
You know what?
Say?
Now that you say that, I have been brushing up on my powdered wigs and cummerbunds. So next podcast, I'll have the powdered wig.
That's I expect no less.
Four score and 7 years ago.
Okay, I got that started. That was my fault.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, it's my fault. So tell me, all right, so that's a big park. We also just broke ground on an up and coming rec center.
Yes, so the recreation center at North Mount Carmel is going to be almost 40,000 square foot, state-of-the-art facility. The design is absolutely beautiful, and Cooper and Company is the contractor, and they have hit the ground running.
Good.
And are doing an exceptional job.
Now is this? I didn't even ask about the other project, but is this project a SPLOST project or?
Yes.
Okay. The rec center is.
Yes.
Okay,
it is
great.
it is a SPLOST project.
Is that SPLOST 5 or?
It is SPLOST 5.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
And go ahead.
If I could just interject, Mickey D. Cochran, Mount Carmel Rec Center. After those projects are completed, which department manages those? Just wondering.
SPLOST. No.
Which parks?
So when we finish,
Capital?
whenever we complete a project,
Right.
they are turned over to, in those cases, Parks and Recreation.
Parks and Recreation,
I feel like-
Agency of the Year, but
Oh, nice
I think
plug.
there's a division inside Parks and Recreation that might be in charge, and that person might be in charge of that. I wonder who that would be.
Oh gosh, could it be Thomas?
The great
The
Melissa
great-
Robinson
The wonderful.
is correct.
Wow, Thomas, you do a lot.
No,
tell
I'm
us a
really
little bit
excited
your
about
role.
what's coming. No, just joking. I'm really excited about what's coming with Mount Carmel. Seriously, the way that y'all are getting it done as quick as you are, it's amazing.
It's totally on time.
Especially with all this
working.
weather.
And
sweater.
some of the viewers may be interested. We are in the process of designing a new entrance to that park because it is easily missed and a little on the smaller side. So that is going to hopefully soon receive a facelift as well.
Sure. And
I love that, and it is very important. An entrance, so important. And I don't say it's not, but I love how you're so nerdly passionate about capital projects.
I am.
People would love to know about that entrance, and they would.
Yeah, I think
It's good.
for
It's
those
good.
that use the park.
Yes,
I think
I'm
they would
agreeing
like to
with
know
you.
that.
I'm just saying. No, I 100% agree with that. I do. But I love your passion in it.
The fact is, I've driven past that road multiple times trying to find the park. So you're right. A great entrance would be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be, and it's a 2-story rec center, right? So we have, is our first, or do we have other 2 stories?
No, the other rec centers do have a second level.
Not Bear Creek, all the others, yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. You are absolutely correct. But Fairview, J.P. Mosley, they have an elevated walking track. They have a fitness room. This one will also have a yoga room. It's going to have a concession stand that will serve both the 2 basketball courts, but there's also a multi-use community room that will be able to use that concession facility as well to serve any meetings in there that they would like to have any kind of food or drinks.
We need that so badly. We need
really
space
do.
like that, so that's great.
Really
it's going to
do.
be a great addition.
A lot of flex.
This will be our
flex
first.
space.
Yeah,
this will be our
definitely.
first rec center with the concession stands on the inside. So that's great.
Yeah, that's
great.
totally great, especially
So-
for the associations and everybody over there. So
I think you've proven over the past few minutes why we call you the great
great,
Lynn
Planchon.
Planchon, because your encyclopedia knowledge of all this. Like you,
Yeah, how
you're
long
keeping
have
up-
you been with the county? You've been a long time.
April 5th will be 20 years.
20
Wow,
years
20
in April.
20 years,
Wow.
yes.
Yeah,
20
I think that's
years.
worth saying. Yeah. I think
What
that's
was your
great.
favorite project in those 20 years?
Oh gosh.
That's tough because I'm super proud of every project. I get
Sure.
very involved in and want it to be special for the end user and
Sure.
for, of course, our citizens who are using those facilities.
Right.
Believe it or not, maybe because it's the freshest, I'm super proud of Mickey D. Cochran. I loved that project.
Yeah.
I had a really good time transforming it, and that's what
Sure.
it was.
Yeah.
It's one thing to
Oh,
start
complete
with
transformation.
a clear dirt lot and build something new. That's
Yeah.
that's awesome, of
No,
course.
it is.
But when you're starting with something that is in need of some attention and you're pretty much just completely wiping the board and starting over
Right.
again, I really did enjoy that project.
I love that. And then one of our commissioners, Vivian Thomas, spearheaded a lot of that with that
Absolutely.
young group that she had, the
Yep,
young government
the
group.
Game On Junior Commissioners.
Game On Junior Commissioners. So it was really a collaborative effort from the electeds to staff, leadership. Like everybody really had a part in that, and you led the effort.
Absolutely, everybody.
Yeah.
It does. It takes you. You know, I work closely with the the end users,
Right.
get their feedback, and then work with the architects and the engineers to bring their vision to fruition.
Right.
It's
Right.
it's a lot of their vision, the commissioner's vision. So
Yeah. So I'd be remiss if I didn't. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'd be remiss if I didn't say we do have the aquatic center coming online, and as soon as this weather kind of gets a little better, we can finally break ground on that. And I know something you're very passionate about is our public safety, and you have
Absolutely.
built many a fire
Oh
station.
my, yes,
And
Yes.
I mean, from the grading on the ground to the what kind of furniture or what kind of seating is in the place, you're from soup to nuts. You do it all.
I do it all. If
Yeah.
a TV needs to be hung, I'm going to be there hanging it. If curtains need to be
Wow.
hung,
That's true.
If furniture needs
Wow.
to be put together, I'm in there getting it done. And
Yep. Wow.
again, the fire stations, I'm very passionate about. I take their feedback. I try to improve each time, and that's a great segue to our new fire station number 5 in Hampton that is in design right now.
Great.
And we'll be hopefully starting construction in the next probably couple months.
Okay.
So another great asset and much needed replacement station.
Definitely.
Honestly, this passion that I'm hearing, it's a testament to the quintessential government employee. Like, this is the things that motivate us. We want to make things better for our citizens. We want to make life better. That's why we do this.
Right.
That's why
True.
we do
That's
this.
Pillars of
100% true.
excellence.
And it's
I live
amazing.
by those. I do.
So
I believe in
the-
them.
But speaking of building things and suspending things up, I have a question for you.
Okay.
You're an expert in this, so
I don't
you
have to
should
bang
know.
my head, right?
Nope, no.
Go ahead.
Just checking.
What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef.
Okay.
Dad joke number 2
great.
for the day. Thank you, Thomas.
That's great.
Okay. Yes.
Well, all right. So anyway, I know you haven't known Lynn as long, but
have not.
Lynn, I want to tell you something about Lynn. And when I first met you, seriously, she was the girl, the lady. I would be out covering a groundbreaking or something. She's the one carrying the shovels, shoveling the dirt, doing everything she had to do to make it perfect, like despite what anybody else was doing. And I always thought that was so great. I looked up to you for that. I thought, like, you're in there, you're
I
in it, you don't
appreciate
care.
that.
So yeah, it's.
Oh no, you're
You're in there, like you do it no matter what. You don't care about the roles. Like you're gonna just
Oh
do it
yeah,
and make
no,
it the
no,
best
no.
it can be. So.
Absolutely, no.
Yeah.
Yes.
But don't carry shovels anymore. It's not you don't need to do that anymore. Let somebody else do it.
Okay.
There's plenty.
Lynn, I say something every podcast,
Okay.
and I feel like you're really going to know what this is going to be.
I can't imagine what you
Is
might
he setting
say.
me up for failure? Or?
No, actually, he's setting you up for success.
So
Like-
far, nobody has been able to pick up, except Melissa, the second part of it on time.
Well, you really gave her all
And we're
the
going to see
hints
if you
on that one.
I'm really trying because we haven't
know.
managed to get this
Okay.
right yet.
So just open your mind to this one.
Okay.
Yeah, we just like
I'm
to
open.
say every episode to the people of Henry County, Henry cares.
Henry
committed.
Oh my gosh, we did it.
That was so good.
We
That was
did it.
great.
It was on
Yes.
time. Yes.
Lynn, thank you so much for being here. Thanks
Absolutely.
you for listening and watching Henry Talks, and we will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Yay.